Hello YouTube, this is Carlos the Rook bringing you my game in round 2 of the World Open that was in Philadelphia of this year. And in this round I'm playing Ashita Shankar. She's rated 1636 and I'm rated 1810, so I was the favorite going into this game. I start off with my move, no, Ashita, hold on, let me flip the board. Alright, Ashita is white and I'm black. She started off with e4, so I go c5 going into a Sicilian. Knight to f3, d6, bishop to b5. This is the Moscow variation. Block with the bishop. She captures, I captures with the queen. Logical. c4, I push e5, closing down the d4 square. She goes knight c3, knight c6, d3, g6. This is all opening prep. She go knight to d5. Now this move takes me out of my opening prep. So I have a little setup I normally do. So I figured she didn't that much mess up my setup. So I figured she's trying to do something with a f6. So I went ahead with bishop g7 and hold on. She went queen a4. Now here I didn't see the threat. She was moving very slow in the opening, so I figured she wasn't really aware of this opening. So I had the false assumption that I could just blitz out my opening and she didn't really know what she was doing, and I would just roll over her with the same opening that I beat her 1960 in a previous tournament. But that wasn't true. The threat that she had was knight b6, forking the queen and the rook, and I can't capture back because then it drops the rook, because the rook is unprotected on a8. And I missed it because I didn't even look at it. So I went knight to g to e7, which is an error, and she hit me with the knight to b6 idea, forking my rook and queen. I dropped the queen back to protect the rook. Knight captures a8, queen captures a8, bishop to d2. She's developing her pieces. I castle, she castles, and now I start my f5 idea. That's the thematic move in this opening. So she counters b4, and I'll block with b6, b5. Here, naturally, people captures on c5, so her taking on b4 was a bit unorthodox. I dropped the knight back in order to reroute it to the king side because my idea is to have a king side attack. Queen to c2, knight to e6, rook on a to b1. She's trying to generate some counterplay on the queen side. h6, and now I get my king side pawns rolling. h4, queen to c8. She drops queen to c1 with the pawn on h6. And here I calculated f captures e5, d captures e5, rook captures f3, g captures f3, knight to d4 with the idea of queen to h3, threatening a checkmate on g2. And I was like, if she drops queen to d1, then I saw it popping. But instead of queen d1, king g2 stops it. I'll show it on the board so you can see my idea. Here, captures the rook sack, pawn takes back, knight hidden here, and if queen d1, the idea was here, with the knight coming here, threatening a checkmate on f3, but Stockfish says nothing to it. It just says the defense is rook to b3, offering the exchange back. But the reason I rejected this line, because she doesn't even have to go queen d1. So when I go she just go king g2, and that shuts the line down completely. At the king g2, that's just obsolete. I have nothing. I sacrificed the rook, and I'm down 2 exchanges with a fizzling out attack. So instead, I played king h7 to protect my h6 pawn. She went queen d1, knight to g8. I'm rerouting the knight, trying to get it into the game somehow. She goes g3. I put the knight on f6, queen to e2, rook f7, king g2. Now her idea here is to bring the rooks onto the h file and to launch her own kingside attack, since mine went nowhere. So I wanted to reroute my bishop, f8, rook to h1, knight to h5. So my idea here is if I can get rid of the bishop that's on d2, I can get a fork. Because I got both knights hitting on f4. So knight to f4, g captures f4, knight to f4, forking the king and queen. But I need the bishop out of the way in order to do that. Rook h3, she's about to double up her rooks on the h file, but I don't see how she could break through on the h file. I go bishop to e7, offering some defense on the g5 square. And here she go. The rooks are doubled up. And the engine saying here, knight to g5 will be decisive if she can get it in. So I sidestepped that. King g7, not allow knight g5 with a check. She go bishop e3, improving her bishop. Queen to f8, I'm threatening the knight on f3. The knight moves back. And I go king h7. So I really didn't see anything else to do. There's no way I can break through it. I'm not going to put g5 myself and open up them rooks on the h file. She went f3, protecting that square. So I swung the queen back over to c8, trying to see if I can do something. I was thinking knight d4 here, but I was afraid if I do knight d4, then I'm opening up another file for her rooks. So I really didn't know what to do. And at this moment, she was getting low on time, so I figured I could just start moving fast and see if I can flag her. She was under 5 minutes. We was playing 90 plus 30 seconds. A delay, not increment. She went queen d2, renewing the threat on h6. Queen f8, protecting it. And now she's going a4, pushing on the queen side. I go queen g7. I'm just moving fast, trying to flag her. Rook f1, bishop f8, overprotecting h6. Now she's rerouting the rooks. I go bishop e7. I wanted to keep some defense on that d6 pawn, but I was trying to figure out a way to route my queen and bishop so I can get a good defense and maybe create a fortress of some kind. She go knight to d3, queen to f8, knight to c1. She's rerouting her knight. Bishop f6, knight e2, bishop g7. I think right about here she did flag, but I didn't understand the time for the tournament because it was 90 minutes with 30 seconds delay, and then it was 30 minutes sudden death. So after your opponent flagged, we both got 30 extra minutes. I didn't know that. So that threw me off because I thought I was going to get a win on time, but nothing happened because she got 30 extra minutes to finish the game. So here, knight c3, her idea is to come in to knight d5 where there's a hole at. And here I finally did go with the knight to d4 because I didn't see anything else to do. Bishop captures, pawn captures, knight d5. So I should have did the knight d4 earlier and not allow her knight to get in. It would never have been able to reroute to c3 if I would have did this earlier and get into d5. And I think this is the point of everything going wrong. because I allowed the knight to get into d5 where they had a strong central square, and it's just dominating my position. That's what I believe Jeremy Seelman called the octopus knight. Alright, bishop e5, f4, she's now pushing. Bishop retreats to g7, g4, her pawns are rolling. Knight moves out, knight captures, bishop captures, g5. She finally get g5 in. Bishop g7, retreating, protect the h6. And that was a good move, h5. Now she's cracking open my position. Pawn takes, f5. Pawn takes. Queen captures g5. Bishop h6. And here the engine says black is weak on the light squares. I definitely am. That's a check. King drop back. King to f3. Queen to g7. In desperation, trying to trade the rooks. Rook on f to g1. Queen captures g6. Rook captures g6. Bishop to g7. Rook captures. King to g8. And the writing's on the wall here. I'm just playing it out. King to f8. King to f4. Bringing the king in. King to g8. That's e5. King to e8. f6. And the pawn's just steamrolling me down the middle. There's nothing I can do. Bishop to f8. Rook to h8. Pinning the bishop. I swing rook to c7, trying to hold out. e6, and it's over with here. Rook to h7, last desperate move, trying to get her to capture the rook so I can capture her rook. But she doesn't do that. Rook captures f8, check. I take back, and it's checkmate. So another one bites the dust, and that's 2 losses in a row in the tournament. It's 9 rounds. So I still got plenty of time to come back and turn things around. Alright, thank you for watching YouTube. I appreciate it. Carlos the Rook. Everyone have a nice day. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and tell your friends about this new chess channel that's out now. Thank you very much.